Lewis, I have your Nakayama stone here in my hand, and I'm going to begin this video by, this is actual hair from my beard. This hair is about 150 microns in diameter, and I use it as a reference because when you see the scratch pattern from the bevel setter, this will give you some idea of what kind of progress we're able to make on your particular stone. This is from a calibration scale slide. You can buy these. This is 50 microns. This is 100 microns in width. And this gives you an idea of, at 315 power, what things begin to look like at this really close-up range. Okay, so now this hair you're looking at, this is live in my computer screen. I have it mounted on my microscope platform for viewing. What we're going to do now is I'm going to set the bevel on this Hinkle's razor for using with your stone. And I've taped the spine on this Hinkle's with Kapton tape. You want to get some of this stuff from eBay, get it inch wide, and it's really fabulous. It prevents not only premature spine wear, but also if you're using black tape or anything on your spines, using the Kapton over the black tape will provide a longer lasting platform for your calculating your spine angles. The Kapton will prevent the black tape from wearing out so quickly. So that should be a bevel set, and we're going to take this razor up and view the bevel set. I gotta zero in on my razor. Okay. Okay, here we go. Okay, so this is the Hinkle's, and this is the scratch pattern from the Shapton. So the scratches begin at the edge and go all the way down to the base of the bevel. The base of the bevel meaning beyond here. This is the shiny, polished portion of the razor that looks like chrome, and then this is the actual cutting edge up here. So we're going to take that, refine that edge with the handheld Nakayama number 108, and I'm a proponent of using a diamond plate to raise a slurry on any stone. It's essentially one step in flattening the stone, and instead of just washing the slurry away down the drain, I use the slurry for honing a razor. The grit particle component in a diamond plate generated slurry, the grit is taken off the stone in bundles rather than as individual pieces of grit, so you get a little bit more aggressive grit component right from the very beginning. I'll keep a little bit of that slurry over there as a reference. You can see already how dark this slurry is becoming. This is iron swarf from the razor. And this is a Hinkle's stainless razor. It's real hard steel, somewhere in the 63 range. So this blackness represents work done by the slurry. Okay, so I'm using round strokes, which are circular strokes, which are very efficient at hitting both the front, the edge, and the base of the bevel, so that the whole bevel itself becomes polished. For the finishing strokes, I recommend using straight-on edge-leading strokes. So these are edge-leading strokes. Okay, I think we've done a lot on this razor already. And I'm not a big fan of like meditating or honing razors for the pleasure of it. I'm trying to get the job done. And I'm also more interested in how fast stone cuts and how that represents the maintenance of the geometry of the bevel. Okay, here's that same razor. All those shaft and scratches are gone. That was just a minimum number of strokes on the razor. And we went from sort of a sawtooth looking edge, and now this has come out quite nicely. The edge is generally straight and well formed. And if you remember the image of the hair, which was taking up the full width of this screen almost, the scratches left from the Nakayama are almost unmeasurable. They're so small. Okay, so next we'll just pull that razor out, and I would recommend to you that the next step would be to add water to the stone. You can keep the slurry that was there. So it's a thinner slurry now, and we're just refining the edge a little bit more. You can learn to use all the different parts of this blade. I mean the stone, if you can manipulate the blade. There is surface area here. It's not a rectangular stone, so you sort of have to be creative, but there is definitely enough surface here to... Okay, at this stage, you might want to dip the stone in water, and it'll give you a little brighter polish with some more strokes. I don't like to do a whole lot of clear water strokes, but a few is fine. My idea is less is more, and with the geometry for the bevel set, you want to have the apex of the both bevels meeting cleanly, and that's what I'm considering to be the geometry of the razor. Okay, I think you might be able to remember what we were looking at just a couple minutes ago. Let me focus that. So you can see the edge is brightened up quite a bit now. And this looks like a razor I think we could probably strop and shave with next. So my goal is to get the razor as an indicator to pass a HHT test. And to do that, I would suggest we go to a strop here. This is just a plain old leather strop. Your skills are going to be the determining factor in the kind of cutting speed and character you're going to get out of this stone. I'm just showing you how I would go about it. So I have a piece of, this is adult head hair. And that pretty much just fell off the other side of the razor. So look at that, it's balancing on the edge of the razor. So these are what I would consider to be HHT5 results. When the hair just falls off the edge on the other side. And this is the kind of razor that I'm looking for to shave with this type of keenness. So that's one example of how to use this Nakayama stone. You're going to figure some other things out. I'm also going to supply a tomonagro with it, which is not made of the same stone. It's a similar stone, and it'll give a slurry component that is finer than the diamond plate, but will have some bite to it, whereas just clear water has less of a bite. So you can incorporate this slurry into your routine also. And I always count strokes, and I recommend you do too, so that you know where you've been and how you got there as far as stroke count. Okay, that should do it.